Australia will be present in Qatar for their 5th consecutive World Cup. That might suggest their qualification path is easy, but that really is not the case. They continually find a way to navigate the competitive AFC region and get to the finals. Manager Graham Arnold is not a particularly popular man among the Socceroos fan base. They are not a fan of his football or his team selections, but to an extent, he's simply working with a limited pool. He's been haunted by injuries in the build-up to this World Cup, and even when they're all fit, he lacks game-changing forward options, so the focus falls on being hard to beat and horrible to play against. He should set Australia up in a 4-2-3-1 formation that feels cagey and defensive and pretty blocky through the central spine, but it may run into serious problems out wide, both offensively and defensively. Throughout qualifying, the Socceroos looked very susceptible to flank attacks, with the full-backs struggling to contain them, while the centre-backs are solid, but kind of slow. So expect a deep defensive block to be used to help protect them. In the middle of midfield, you'll find Australia's best fit player. It's Aaron Mooy. Yeah, it's still Aaron Mooy. Since departing the Premier League, he's played in China, and now he's at Celtic, where he's actually coached by fellow Australian and former Socceroos manager Ange Postecoglou. Anything good offensively will probably come through Mooy, who remains a clever passer with good vision and an eye for goal. That eye for goal is most welcome to Australia, who don't really have a bona fide goalscorer or lead striker, and it's been this way since Tim Cahill retired. During the early stages of the AFC qualifying, Australia's most potent goalscorers were their centre-backs, who towered over their opponents and scored from set pieces. Stoke defender Harry Souttar scored 6 in 10 against Nepal, Chinese Taipei and Jordan. But at the finals, something else will be needed. So it's a good job Aydin Hrustic has been past fit enough to take part. His touch of quality in front of goal could be massive for them. Hrustic's importance to this team is relatively fresh, as they discovered it during qualifying for this tournament. A gruelling schedule that involved 18 total group games, an AFC playoff against the United Arab Emirates, and then an intercontinental playoff against Peru. They stunned the world by beating Peru, grinding through a 0-0, then advancing on penalties, and both playoffs were played in Qatar. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any familiarity that helps in any way. Tell you what will also feel familiar to Australia, their group opponents. They've landed in a group with France and Denmark again. They played both of them in 2018, giving this edition a real sense of déjà vu. And so naturally, with two sides of that quality lumped in with them, plus a handy Tunisia team to compete with, expectations for Australia are on the floor. The odds reflect this too, and you can get Australia at the best price of 751 to win the thing. Any points at all, any goals at all, would be celebrated and appreciated, but no one should have them progressing beyond the groups.